All right, good morning, everybody. Trae Campbell here coming at you live. Today's date is February 24th, 2020. Hope everybody's had a fantastic weekend. I know I have. It's been a nice, restful weekend. Been hanging out, chilling with the family. Had a birthday party. My youngest daughter, who is currently causing me to run late this morning, but it's okay. It's okay. It's our birthday. It's our birthday today. It's our birthday. So we are currently uh, actually in the kitchen right now, getting her some stuff to eat. So okay, there you go. Eat it up. All right. So anyway, looking over the weekend, looking over the Open last night. So Neil and I both put out a video. This is why it's so important to have a team. Oh, let me first introduce us. My name is Trae Campbell there on the right with my three girls. My littlest one right there, if you can see her, it's her birthday today. She is 3 years old. So, very exciting there and, celebrating her. And Neal Collenberg, who's on the left there, is my partner in crime, and we together make up CCS Investment Group, the trading portion. So we are live trading every single day. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Periscope. We're there. We're doing it every day. We're making it fun and entertaining, hopefully. And if you are joining us for the first time, please come back. We're gonna have fun. The markets are tanking. Everybody's freaking out. It's a crazy thing. Anyway, I just want to touch base with last night. So, put out a trade plan for Monday. Neal put out a trade plan for Monday. That's why it's so important to have two sets of eyes, four eyes in total. Looking at the market. Two sets of eyes, professionals looking at the market, analyzing the market, trying to figure out what the heck is going on here. I had the intentions of this market opening up and being able to buy some dips. Boy, was I wrong. I did actually buy some last night, though. I had some good trades on last night, so it did work out. But Neal nailed it on the head with his analysis for Monday and early on into the week, calling these shorts and calling this big play. So congratulations to anybody that was listening to Neal and not to me. We got a few little good scalps out of it last night. I actually nailed a 27 pointer long last night, but my analysis was more for today. So it really wasn't designed for last night. So, but it gapped way down. We gapped way down, and then on top of gapping way down, we have continued to just sell off and sell off and sell off. I am concerned at this point, and I'll just be honest with you. I am very concerned for our system right now, for the markets in general. If you pull up if you pull up a monthly chart, in which I will do here in just a minute, if you pull up a monthly chart, we are in a time right now where if we put in a doji or a reversal star pin bar type pattern on this month, on February, and then next month red comes in and takes that out. If you look at the spacing between the 200 period and the 20 period moving average in price, we are so spread out, we are so fanned, out, that this could be a historic fall. And I'm prepared for that. I'm ready to go. Like, I'm not, everything I've got, I'm transferring it out. Every long term, everything I got in my retirement account, I'm protecting right now. Right now, I believe, and I could be wrong, is the time to pull out, readjust, rethink, maybe look, and if this collapse does start, maybe look at putting some long-term gold and silver on until this rush is over. We could see, especially with the Nasdaq, we could see 6,000. We could see 5,000. It could get that bad. It could get that bad. And I'm not trying to say that it will. I'm just giving my opinion. So, but what I'm seeing right now is that this could get really nasty, and I'm just trying to protect not only myself but everybody watching here today. So please, 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 just pay close attention, especially that monthly chart. If you are in, you've got some long-term stuff, be prepared. Be prepared. Um, so let's have a decent trading day. We're going to be watching these markets closely. It's going to be very, very hard to pick a trade right now. We are very, very, very oversold. We're down past a -3 deviation. So, good morning, Ron. Good morning, Mike. We are so overdone at this point. You would think that the U.S. market would flush in and pick this thing back up to, try to not create a panic, but it's not looking really good. We'll see what happens on the open. Let's get Neal on here with some news. Let's figure out what's going on in the news, and then we'll go from there. I mean, we'll take this as it actually comes. And as the market opens up, we'll be examining things and try to pick the best trades that we possibly can. But without further ado, Neal, take us away, my friend. Take us away.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Um, so started off here yesterday, Sunday evenings, trading session. Um, we plummeted, and I mentioned this in my video analysis that this is where I had seen us dip into. So it wasn't unexpected. Now, pretty much the reason for the plummet, obviously, we all know coronavirus. The coronavirus has spread. We are hitting multiple countries. The problem with it too is, and the concern is that the coronavirus is spreading to some of these nations where these individuals haven't even traveled to China. Um, so obviously now the concern is turned into the economic impact for investors, right? So now, us as investors, we're worried, we're wondering what's going to happen, where is this market headed? Obviously, as this continues to spread, cities close down, quarantines happen, so it's going to have a major, major impact until something comes out. We have some sort of some sort of vaccine or something against this. So just be prepared. Just be prepared. Now, we can, as investors, obviously we could change our game plan, right? Let's go to gold. Like that's where we should be looking. Gold, silver, all these other commodities that we could trade. So let's seek refuge there. That's where we should go. Now, over the weekend, the International Monetary Fund, they also warned the virus outbreak could reduce the global economic growth by a tenth of a percent this year, which is pretty big. That's a pretty large number when you're looking at the global economy. All right. So again, just some more forewarning there. Stocks to watch today. Obviously, we got everything kind of pointed down. So Wells Fargo, Tilray, AMD. Now, stocks to watch to the upside. I didn't put them on the report, but Gilead Sciences, they're actually working on the said vaccine, and I think they something about being pretty close to something. So keep that on watch. That's up pretty sizable today. It's been up actually the last few days, over the course of the trading week last week. Also keep a lookout on gold ticker symbol, GOLD ticker symbol. So keep a lookout on that. Let's kind of take a look real quick at the chart here as well. For our chart, we broke all key levels that I mentioned in the video yesterday. So currently we're trading below the 200-day SMA on the 4-hour chart. We do not, and if we do not break above the 200-day moving average, more downside is expected. Now we are falling to the 300-day moving average, guys. I now have the 300-day moving average on my 4-hour chart. So 3-hour or the 300-day moving average sits at 90.90. So very well, we're so close to it, very close to touching that. So keep that in mind. That's a key level there that we're going to potentially come down into. So 90.90. Now, guys, the thing here is technicals are not at play. Like, we have deviation levels on our charts, and they are just, we're just sinking below them. 2 deviation was out there, and we just slid right by it. Normally on a 2 deviation, we have a 98% chance of it rebounding there. 98% chance, and we just slid right by it. We're now, Trae and I were talking, we're now below 3 deviation level. We were just sitting on it a little bit earlier. Now we're below the 3 deviation level, which is like almost a 100% chance that we're going to be coming back up. So guys, like, these technicals are just, they're hard to read today. Because we're breaking key levels. I mean, like, every single key level that I mentioned in my video, we just broke down. So there's a lot more fundamental trading going on today. People are pulling their money out. I'm pulling my money out of my long-term holds, just because of what I'm seeing. So I'm going to pull them out, and I'm going to get in. I'm going to get back in, obviously, but I want to get back in when I see this market start correcting. It makes no sense to hold my money. 2 weeks ago, I was thinking about pulling my money out, and boy, was I right. I mean, we were sitting there at all-time highs, and I said, this looks like we should be getting out of this. We should be preparing to sell, and then look to get buy back in. So we're not getting back up there. I know you want it to. We all want it to, but we're not getting back up there. Not today. We're in a pretty grim market. It's almost reminiscent of what happened back in like 2018, when we seen the volatility index spike up towards 30. We hit it like a 28, and then we could look further back, and we've got the volatility index that could spike all the way up to 50. So we're, it's going to be tough, man. And we're coming right into the 90-90s right now. As I'm speaking, we're coming down to the 90-90s, 9100 right now. So, it's going to hit. 90-90 is going to hit. We're going to continue to fall. The problem is our market hasn't even opened up yet. So all night we've been selling off, and our market hasn't even opened up yet. Are we going to buy? Who knows? But we got a minute. We got less than a minute here now for this market to open. So, guys, just be cautious. If you need to sit out today, sit out.
Sit it out.
No sense in risking anything. I'm not trading until I see something, perfect. I may even just sit it out. That's how I feel.
And see, I'm good with being a seller, a short seller. There's no problem in that. It's just, I like to have structure when I'm short selling, at least have like a deviation target, stuff like that. We're in a zone right now where this thing is just so far out of bounds that it's going to be really hard to.
It's tough. Yeah.
4 seconds. Here we go.
For us. It's hard for us to call it.
No big deal to jump in this morning. We're gonna play this out.
There it is. Back on it. Now we're under the 300-day moving average. 20 points below the 20 or 300-day moving average. There you go, guys. If you got in on that right at the open, man, that's 40. One mic $40. And there we go. And even more. It's just incredible the drop that we're seeing right now.
Watching Guild here, the one that
Yeah, Guild's probably the best one in my eyes to play if you want to go to the gold, go to the upside. Gold, also GOLD, gold is good. Tilray is dropping. Tilray looks like it's going to go under the 200-day moving average, and that's a good short in my opinion. AMD good short as well, even though it is well below the 200-day moving average. That's the one right there that I would short. We're getting bought back up. We're getting bought back up here at the 300-day moving average. So, let's see what we get. See if we get something. I'm still short. I'm still
yeah,
short-minded here. I think we're gonna go even further down. Just don't want to jump in anything just yet. Like I said, I'm fine just sitting on my hands all day.
yeah.
Perfectly fine.
Oh yeah, me too, man. Me too. Guild is struggling here. I'm gonna pull this over so you guys can see the Guild chart, just in case here. If this thing can regain some strength here, but it doesn't look like it's going to. It looks like it's going to get short sold into here. Uh, let's just keep following. I have these charts up now because I can't use my TOS any longer, which I'm going to fix that, but it's just going to take a little bit of time.
Trae,
Um,
if we come up to test the 20-day moving average on the 2-minute chart, this might be a very good short sell here.
wow. I don't know, man. I just I don't know. What is the what other tickers did you say? I missed Gil there.
Uh, Wells Fargo, WFC. I got Tilray, TLRY, Gold, GOLD.
Oh, yeah, gold. Okay, gold looks pretty interesting here.
All right, here we go. Over the 20-day moving average, rejecting 20-day moving average right now, guys.
Yeah, this is all
We're definitely
institutionals right
we're
here.
definitely buying the market up right now, but
This is
guys, this
all big
is
big money right here, trying to prop this thing up to make it try to hold it to try to create a floor so it can intrigue other buyers. That's all this is right now. So just keep that in mind. I mean, if we get enough demand, it could keep running, which is a good thing. But we'll see. We'll see. Guild is really dropping now. Should have just shorted that. Shoot. Well, yep. That's an interesting morning, guys. Here at the old marketplace here. Not really. Not really having too much fun right now. Ah.
this is super interesting what's happening right now. We're rejecting that 20-day moving average on the 2-minute chart now.
Guild's getting ready to hit $72, man. I could have got it at like
Wow, that dropped.
73.
That
Yeah.
dropped a lot. That was up at like 74.
I was looking at shorting it at 73.50, but I was too afraid to pull the trigger, man.
Mm-hmm.
Too scared. I was too scared.
That's how I feel this morning, man. I'm like, shit, dude.
Yeah.
Just waiting. Just waiting.
And Guild, I mean, geez, man, this thing can jump. I'm watching this
Well,
chart, man. This chart's just
Guild's a
freaking.
very yeah. Guild's a very interesting stock. I think it's selling off to be bought back up. I'm glad you did, Ron. I'm glad you did. That was smart.
Very smart.
It's funny, dude. I was looking like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, yeah, man, I should probably sell. Should probably sell my stuff, all time highs. You know, it's like reminiscent of my Bitcoin days. We when Bitcoin hit 20K, and I was like, man, I'll hold it for a little longer. Then it started coming down. They went to 18K. I was like, man, I'll hold it a little bit longer. Maybe we'll go back up to 20. And then once it hit 17, I was like, nope, I'm selling this thing.
All right, Guild's putting in a little bit of support here. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can see what happens here. Oh crap. Well, shucks.
What happened?
I had a limit. I had the type set to limit, and I totally missed that entry.
Uh,
Now I'm too late. Uh, yep. Well. Here we go. Yoda's now selling back off at 73 rejection. Pull this back over here so you can see what I'm seeing.
well, hey guys, if you oh, Eagle. Yeah, I know, man. You and me, we're sitting in that same boat right there, man. I love shorts.
Well, you may be like in you may be entering into your most favorite time. Like to be honest with you, as long as I've been trading, I've never really been like in a professional state of trading during a bear market, like full on bear market. Like yeah, there's been some bearish activity, but we've been pretty bullish for since the climate to that after the little the little crash of 2008 or whatever. So um,
Yeah, yeah.
we've been pretty bullish ever since. And I'll just tell you, man, um, just it'll be an interesting one for me. It'll be first time to be actually in an official if it does come.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Official bear market.
we have such a big gap too, man. That's like, that's something that we need to look at, but I don't see us pulling this market back up today. I think we're going to have ourselves a beautiful opportunity for a nice short.
Mm.
We're getting real close to something here, possibly.
Kill getting bought back up there a little bit, trying to hold that 72 level.
The 72 level looks pretty good, at least from what I'm looking at on your chart. I'm just kind of looking at yours. I know it's a little delayed on the Twitch.
Yeah. 72-10, 72-14 now, 13. Tough, man. Oh, look at there. Getting a little pop, getting a little bit of demand there. Oh my goodness. Well, I wish I'd have bought that. That was a quick dollar move. Shoot, man.
Jeez, dude.
I just I gotta put guilt away, man. I don't want to get in trouble with it.
Yeah, put gold away. Look at gold or something, man. GOLD.
Well, gold is right now not doing too good because the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, get
market's been.
ready. Get ready. The market's doing what it's gonna do. It was pushing back up, but man, it's rejecting the 200 on the 2 minute. Hard. Dude, just rejected it hard, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy some gold. I think. I like that. I like that. The way that looks. I'm not doing anything, man. I'm sitting here just watching. That's all I'm doing. I want to do
Yeah, yeah.
something. I feel like I need to do something, but
I'm waiting for this next 15-minute candle to come in, man. I'm waiting 4 more minutes. See what happens.
yeah, Mike. That's the thing. Like they're usually nice and swift and fast, and it's quick money. I get it. I get why you like it. I like them too. It's just yeah, no, Ron, man, that was great, wasn't it, dude? Totally
That
awesome.
was that was a crazy good fight, man. Fury just dominated.
Yeah, he said he figured him out when he got knocked down. When he was sitting there on the mat, he said it all came to him. He understood how to beat him on that first fight that they had, and Wilder knocked him down on the mat. He sit there and he said, "Okay, I know how to beat this guy." And he came back up and he started pressuring him, and just kept pushing him really hard. And he didn't know how to. It's like some other guy said, he doesn't know how to fight. He just because he's got so much power, he's just so used to knocking people out. Like he's not used to being like pressured and dominated, and that's what he knew he had to do. He had to just put that pressure on him. I don't know, man. That was pretty serious damage.
Yeah, it very well could have been ruptured, but we don't know. I
Yeah, it
mean,
looked
obviously
ruptured. It
they,
looked
their
pretty bad.
their diagnosis was, at the time of the fight that it was ruptured.
Uh, what
Basically
I
bleeding.
what I don't get is his corner, man. His corner was just like, go on, keep pushing forward. I'm glad they threw in the towel, but it's like they weren't really aiding him too much. That was kind of concerning. I was all right. So gold just hit 2020. Should have taken that trade. I've seen a couple of good trades. It's so hard trading off these charts because I don't have any of my tools. So it's hard to gauge where we're at, and all that good stuff. So I'm just kind of hanging out in limbo. I mean, to be honest with you, man, I'm kind of glad I got a couple of good trades in last night, so I don't have to worry about it so much today. But um,
Last night was the good trading session.
yeah,
If you were there and you just shorted it, dude, like hats off to you.
yeah, yeah,
Could have
uh,
woke up to like a couple $100, $400 today.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I
Just
know,
short it
right?
right at the open. Just short it right at the open. That's it.
What fight was that, Mike? Do you remember who it was? I have to go back and watch that. Morning, honey. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, we're pros now, right? That's what she's saying. She was here this morning getting ready when I was on the phone with Think or Swim, like going off on them, just like, how can this be? How can you be doing this to me? So
It's a designation. It's a designation you gave yourself.
yeah, I stuck my foot in my mouth, man. I really did. I'll look that up. Well, we've got it figured out, Ron. Beth's going to become a TOS trader, so we're going to work it out. It's all good. So we're gonna get them back. Watch one of the TOS people be listening to our stream. Now that would suck. Um,
Still sounds good to me.
cut that down a little bit. Let's see. Let's see this fight. Yeah, definitely will. Definitely will. Just so you know, if they do consider you a professional at Think or Swim, say goodbye to your data. That's all I'm saying. Which one is the Maxim? I'll find out. Oh, I see him. Yeah. Gold is flopping now, flopping like a fish right out of the water. Struggling for air. It's final moments here before it either breaks or holds or something. Something's going to happen. Well, this is a long fight. Let's go on to the end here. I want to see. I want to see. I want to see this. Okay. Okay.
Beth, amateur trader.
Yeah.
Is there a checkbox for I don't know what I'm doing?
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, it shouldn't matter, man. If you have an individual account, it shouldn't matter who you're associated with.
Professional drug dealer.
Yeah.
Wait, so which guy? Which guy died
This guy here, the one that in the green trunks.
in the white? Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
the
What?
green. Yeah.
Yeah. He's apparently going to get rocked here in a minute. They throw in a towel and then he dies like the next day. That'd be bad, man. Be like in a just a normal fight, like this, and end up killing the guy, and you're like,
Yeah.
that wasn't. Well, are they going to throw the towel in soon? Oh no, they go all the way to the end here. Let's fast forward this. Uh, oh, is this the replay? I think it is. Oh, we got a good one in there. Ooh, that was kind of like a slap. Ooh, man, that hurts, don't you know? Ooh. Oh, we got a short player on our hands here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get stopped out. I was looking at the VIX, thinking the VIX was gonna reverse here on me.
Yeah, he ain't feeling good. This dude ain't feeling good. I watched it like the early MMA fights the other night, and I was watching this guy named Tank, and this is back when they used to fight until one person won, right? So like they didn't have rounds and such. They just went until somebody, you know, gave up. That was crazy fighting.
Hmm.
Guy named Tank. He was a good fighter. Big guy, 300 pounder. Might be him. No, that's not him. Tank MMA. Yeah, there he is. Oh, I never saw this one. Tank and Kimbo Slice. Never saw that fight. No, Kimbo's dead too.
Yeah, but then he died because of just like heart attack or something like that, right? It wasn't because
Yeah.
of fighting.
No, it wasn't. I'm sure it had something to do like long term. You know what I
No,
mean?
it's probably his. Yeah, yeah. Got a lot to do with like his diet and all that stuff too, you know.
This dude here's still kicking. Check him out. That's a big dude. I don't know who wins this fight. This will be a good fight. Old Tank was a mean dude, but so was Kimbo.
Phew. All right. Well, it looks like first trade's gonna be a negative here, possibly.
what triggered your trade there, Neil? I mean, what you see in like?
Where I seen the VIX,
Oh, okay,
I seen the
okay.
VIX low, super low. Thought it was gonna reverse. Kind of
Gotcha.
reversed, but then hit the 200-day or the 20-day moving average, and now it's trying to come back down.
There you go. Man, that was close to your stop. Now you're looking like you could get a pretty good little leg there, possibly.
Possibly. It's fighting at the you see the 2 minute 2 minute chart. It's sitting there right at the 200-day moving average, rejecting it.
Yeah. Ron's up 100. Good job, man. Good job.
Nice, good, good, good.
Brave souls you are, Neil and Ron. Be trying to trade this crazy, crazy thing that's going on right now. Oh, come on. Fight. Let's make Neil some money. Come on. So close.
I know, I know.
Look at you. $3, $4. Gonna buy us all McDonald's today.
Come on.
Oh, here they go. Ooh. Oh, he dropped him that fast. Kimbo, bad dude. Huh. Mike, I suggest Uber.
Whew, man, jeez, that close, huh? That close.
Oh man, he laid waste to that dude. Oh no, no, no! It's still going on. I thought they called the fight. Didn't call the fight. Man, he's getting rocked. Come on, Tank. What's? Oh my gosh, you getting knocked out. Oh, look at you. Oh, look at that. He is gone. Dude just got rocked. That was beautiful. He's like, where am I? What year is
We got a
this?
minute here till this next 15-minute candle comes in, and hopefully this next 15-minute candle will be good. If not, well, first trade.
Take a little L. It won't be no big deal.
Nah, nah.
We do have good. Just throwing it out there. I mean, with the momentum that is here, we do have a possibility of at least getting back up there that 92.40 level at this point. I think. Um, Not to be negative on your trade there, but I do see it. You know,
No,
with the momentum.
I see what you're saying too, man. It's okay.
You know, I just see the momentum, the Bulls, all this institution money coming in. They're really trying to get this thing back into, back into that two deviation level. You know, at least they can, if they get it back up in there, at least they can say, hey, this is a normal day or a normal drop or, something that we can deal with. So, what happened? Did you smush your thumb?
Mm.
Holding the 200 now on the 2 minute chart.
Yeah, it's gonna take me out. I see it. It's gonna take me out. Yep, it's gonna take me out. Had a feeling. Had a feeling.
Now you're getting that buy trigger button on your algo there.
I was there already.
Oh, it was. Oh,
Yeah.
let's see. What is
I
gold
just
doing?
wasn't. I just wasn't trusting that buy signal there, just because
Yeah, where we're at.
overall
Yeah.
overall market. But 9240 does look like it's gonna come in. I just hate buying a market that's like this. Hmm.
All right, just took a little bit of money on guild there. Just I had to push a button somewhere. So I pushed the button on guild, made $10. So I can justify that. McDonald's on me. I think we're good. uh, oh, okay. I see you're on. I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying. Any news coming out? Let's pull this little calendar up here so we can see if
Oh, there's
anything.
no news coming out today. No.
None. Okay. Everything's low impact. We do have we do have a pretty important thing tomorrow. Consumer confidence index.
Hmm.
That'll be coming out at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Oh man, such a hard one to trade, guys. I wished I was more help today. I do. I wish there was more I could give you. I wish I could be more of a better opportunist in situations like this.
Jesus, here it comes too, man.
That beautiful that pin bar was that first candle was pretty. I should have just jumped all over that
Wow.
and got it up there to about
Ah,
200. Could have wrote it up to the 200 period moving average, man. So it goes back to those notes. If anybody remembers me writing this note a long time ago, let me just pull this up. I actually wrote this on 114. Look at the first 2 minute bar. Long term, we are putting in higher. Oh, that's my own notes there. Let's see. I need to pay more attention to what the first 2 minutes tells me. Take base hits. That's a different note. But look at the first 2 minute bar. Need to pay more attention to what this first 2 minute tells me. What did it tell me? Well, if you look at that, it tells me all this got rejected. That was a good push. That's what it tells me.
Well, my short was right. Just had a stop that got taken out there.
Yeah. Well, you still be what, break even right there. So we'll
Break
see.
even.
We'll see what happens, man. You might have made the best choice you could have to get out. Ooh, boy, I should have held that guild. Oh well. Oh well. I was in at had actually a pretty good price on that one. I was in under 73. Now it's trading at 73.40. Yep. Well, what do you do on a day like today, man? It's raining outside. The market's collapsing. You can't short it. You can't buy it. You can't short it because he keeps finding these little pockets of pushes. And then when the drop comes, you're never in it. So it's like, well, what do you do? What do you do? You can't go outside. It's raining. It's one of those days. 73.40 now on Guild. I don't think Ron has toss, if I remember
TOS, no.
correctly. I don't think he does.
Uh.
Oh, maybe he does.
Well, well, bouncing again at the on the 15-minute chart at the
Yeah.
20-day moving average. So
Yeah, you did good by getting out where you did, man. I think because that's
I think
that's
if we get a
holding.
cross here on this 2-minute chart here at the 20 and the 200, you could very well see a decent little push here. Might be at 92.40 might very well be a good target, to go long.
Yeah, I like it, man. I'm gonna try it. I'm actually gonna try it right here. All right, I've got a long position on, and against my better judgment, I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna target. I'm gonna target that -2 deviation, and that -2 deviation is 92.40. I'm gonna go for 92.30. It's gonna be my take profit. I'm gonna modify that, and then I'm gonna put a stop order in under the pin bar on the middle Keltner there. kind of a big, kind of a big stop, but I'll move the stop up quickly as it moves up. Actually, you know what? To be fair, to be honest, I really probably should take profits at about 91, probably before 9200. Shoot, it's not working out. Stop. entry. TP up here at 30. I've actually got this set up right now. So let's see if we can do that. I may take the new high. Guys, I may take the new high. We'll just see how it breaks. If it can break the new high very, very well, I may um, oh gosh. Yeah, let's do this, guys. I'm gonna take the new high. Probably a bad bad move on my part, but see if we can get above that high there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this stop or this TP right here, and I'm gonna move my stop to right here. That's the way that's gonna work. Let this thing just play out. One or the two is gonna happen. I really hate being long right now. But that's where the momentum's at, man. I'll be honest, I'm extremely nervous right now. Like my heart is beating really fast. Um, I don't feel good right now. I don't feel really confident in what I'm doing. I'm just going on gut. I have no other indicators but gut right now, and you know, so hopefully we can get this thing to push just a little bit further. What are you trading? What are you trading, Salt? What is this you're trading?
What do you mean?
Oh, he's trading the SPY. Okay. Come on, come on, come on. I hope so, Mike. I hope so.
Oh, there's a good break.
I'm trying to get break over this high right here. That's what I need. I could just take it right now. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, come on, come on, come on. So close, guys. Oh my gosh. There we go. There we go. There we go. One more push. If it can't break it, I'm going to take profits right here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. It's still not out. Still not out. I'm out now. I just manually jumped out there. Good trade, guys. That was a good trade. Really good trade. That was a good trade, man. Very good trade. Between last night and tonight, I'm doing all right. Thank you, Ron. Thank you. I I didn't really like it, but what I was thinking is we hit support, So remember how I was telling you the other night on the phone, how remember how I told you that this was the game of you got the ball and then you got this little ping pong thing down here, and your job was to remember these old video games where this ball would come down. Your job was to slide this thing over and let this thing, come down. You slide it over here, boing, and it come up and hit back and come and boing. That was kind of the mindset that I had because we were coming off support because we were coming off support and hadn't hit real resistance yet, which is what I would consider the -2 deviation. Um, what I was looking for is buy triggers off the 200, and that came right here. If you see that right there, always looking for that price action. So if you see, my strategy is super simple, super simple. Right here, we got a bull, an engulfing green candle, which signified to me that we were going to continue holding at the 20, which was also converging and holding the 200 there. So um, good play there, and even could have went long here um, with the stop underneath, but would have been in just a little bit longer. This one wasn't good. This signal here wasn't good because look at the location that this trade came. See how it's up here at this top Keltner? We don't want that. We want it to come in and then strike. Come in and then strike. Come in and then strike. So that's kind of the mindset of that. So since we ping ponged off the support and still holding the 20 and still holding all that, that's where I look for um, that theory to hold true. So and you didn't need much, I mean, it was just a quick little boom, boom. We're done, and I'll be happy. I'll be perfectly happy if that's the only trade I trade today. Won't hurt my feelings at all. Look at that sell off right there. Yeah, no, you did good by getting out where you did, brother. That was a
Yeah, I
good.
should have just went long there though too, but
Was a good stop though.
it's
It was
waiting.
yeah,
Waiting for this VIX to cycle.
definitely don't want to be holding the bag on this stinking thing. Because it could. I could see investors big players trying to get this thing back up inside the two. If they get it back up and close inside the two, then everything's okay. Nobody's freaking out. We've had like what 3 days in a row now of 2 deviation moves.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as it's in structure like that, nobody freaks out as bad. All the investors, oh, it's okay. We can measure that. It's safe. It's okay. Starts getting outside the realm, then everybody's like, what?
It's crazy that I didn't pay attention to my bot though. I was just like, this is gonna roll over.
Dude, my heat pump does not sound good. Making some wild noises.
Nah, yeah. Sounds weird.
Yeah.
All right, what are you doing? What are you doing, market? Are you gonna hold?
Do whatever it wants to now. I'm happy. Well, I won't do nothing else today. I doubt it, unless something just looks really, really good.
Well, I don't have to. I don't have to. I could just eat the loss, but I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I know. I know how you're feeling right now very well. Especially my Thursday night.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh, I had amp cut down so you can't hear when I enter a position. Let me cut that back up.
There she goes, man. There she goes. Shorten it. It's going. Took out that entire green bar right there, Trey. Took it all out.
Took it all out. Yep. Yes, it did. I still don't believe it though. Not yet. I don't know because I don't know where like other than that -2 deviation. Like I don't know of any real like other than just this resistance right here. Where is the big players looking for resistance? You know, I would assume that it was at -2. You know, that's just what I would assume. So I don't know, man. Even at a -3, we're sitting probably at a -3 right now. So let me just put that in there. A -3 probably is about right here. And that's just me guesstimating. So we're below a -3 at this point. There is no more than a -3.
Holy cow. Well, there's exactly what I was thinking was gonna happen. It's fallen below.
Imagine if you put your stop above that last swing point.
Oh, I know it, man. I know it. Trust me, I would have added too at some point if I was in it. I would have
Yeah.
added.
Yeah, once you started seeing do exactly what you wanted, boom, perfect ad, boom.
It's what I thought. It's what I thought was gonna happen. It's just that
It's a little
it
mistimed, that's
happened a
all.
little bit later, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Timing is
No, the timing is everything, man.
everything, man. So I mean, you had the right idea. You just like you said, you were just
Dude, I would be
mistimed.
up. I'd be up for real nice right now.
Ron, we got a guy that's you know, got the t-shirt company. Um, Anthony Salters, you know, he has Chart Life, which is an actual shirt, which is pretty cool. I actually own one. So does Neal, I think. Yeah, Neal
Hmm.
owns one
Hmm.
too. I think Neal bought two, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah. You can make shirts anywhere if you really wanted. Go to any t-shirt company. Probably got one in your local town.
Oh, I always wear mine like when I go out. Like if I go to like on vacation, I've got one. I've got one that has a chart on it, and I also have the Chart Life, but I've got another one that just has a chart, like it's a black shirt that has charting on it, and I wear it when I go on vacation, just hoping that I will just run into somebody that says, "Hey man, you trade?" And then we get this whole conversation going up. You know, it's like,
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
know, throwing the signal up there. It's like, "Hey, I'm a trader. Somebody else a trader. Come talk to me." But nobody ever says anything.
I think some people are you know, I don't want to say scared, but they're just, you know, they don't want to really approach people like that, you know, especially on vacation.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, dude. If I see somebody wearing a trading shirt like that, I don't think I could help it. I think I would just be like, "Hey, man, you trade?" Well,
Yeah.
obviously you do. You got the shirt on. I know you're on vacation, but what's up?
Yeah, yeah.
what's
Wow.
what's
Jesus, man. Was I right or was I right?
yeah, man. It's a little lost, man. Yeah, you just gotta know that you know it is what it is. It's all right. You'll be good.
Oh, I'm not worried about the loss. It's the fact that I was in the trade and I could have if I set my stop just a little bit higher,
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
you know.
It's tough, man. It's tough to bear those negative numbers when you're actually in a trade, man. Even though you know you got the
Yeah.
right idea.
Yeah, you know what though? Like especially on the 15-minute chart, I don't mind it. I don't mind it so much because like I can see a little bit more. I think
Right.
I just positioned myself a little incorrectly there. Like it was all my own doing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see if we get a cycle here on the VIX. Get a cycle back in. That'll push the market back up a little bit, and then maybe I'm gonna more than likely hit this again, go short.
Hmm.
Goodness, I hate these slow computers.
I'm eating birthday cake, and it's
Nice.
good. It's very good. Shout out to my mother-in-law making a really good cake. It's strawberry cake with strawberry icing, strawberry filling, and it's really good. And I'm not like I don't like fruit. See, I'm not like a fruit. Like if I'm gonna eat something sweet, I don't like fruit. Like fruit's healthy to me. So when I think of something sweet, I don't I don't think of fruit, you know. And I don't like I've never been a big fan of pie, like with like peach pie or cherry pie or anything like that, man. Because it's like you know, I want a peach, I'll eat a peach. I'm trying to make it sweet. It's just not working for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I'm gonna eat something sweet, man. Give me some fudge. Give me some chocolate. Give me something that's gonna, make me feel really bad afterwards. This cake, dude, incredible. It's so good.
Tell us that did jump up from 420 low at the morning open to 492. Still don't like it though, Ron. I don't like it. Could be wrong though. Damn, dude. Mother.
Mm.
Frustrating. Damn it.
It's all right, man. You'll get your next one. It'll be fine. You get it. No worries. Stay positive. Oh, you're talking about your work, aren't you?
Nope.
I'm trying to give you a pep talk, and you're talking
No,
about
I'm not.
oh, you're talking
No,
about the charts.
no, no, no. Yep, charts, man. I was in that trade the right. Damn it, dude.
Yeah, man.
Fucking 30 points.
Yeah. Hey, it is what it is, man. You know, I know it sucks, but hey, at least you look. At least you honored your stop. You got out. Smart point. That thing could have reversed, dude, and continue going. And I fully expected it to myself. It didn't look good. It didn't look good at all. I still think it holds this low. They got all day to get back up there to that negative two. Ron, I like you monitoring the YM, man. That helps us keep eyes on something without having to look at it. So
Dow did come up 100 points though. It was down what 900 points at the open. Now it's up at 804. Coming down a little bit now. Obviously, that's helping to drive all these markets lower. Dude.
interesting.
Wow. So the Fed rate cut probability now has risen for April up to 52%. July is up to 84% for Fed rate cuts. So, man, it's going to drive this market.
Yeah.
No, Ron, the Dow usually does its own thing. The markets aren't really in symmetry with the Dow, the other markets. Obviously, the broader markets, if you look at it, the broader aspect, yeah, it does. But if you overlay the charts, I mean, today they're going to look pretty similar. But for the most part, no, dude, I'm so annoyed.
This market's just ridiculous. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Oh. This market's just ridiculous. All right, guys. So look, see that what I've drawn out on the chart there. What I want you to concentrate on is look. This is a monthly chart, correct? So this is a monthly chart. I want you to see on a monthly scale. All right, the space between the 20 period moving average and the 200 is from here to here. The space between the 20 period moving average and where price touched in February is right here. So you've got these huge, huge, huge. It's fanned out, right? So, and now on top of that, look what's forming. That's not good. And we still got a few days left in this month, but that, my friends, is not good. Um, unless we get a serious recovery and end up, at least half green, that is not a good sign. And then next month being March, if we get a red candle here, then we can just see this thing going all the way back down, man. I mean, this thing could just go all the way. This thing could go all the way back down to this area. It could go back down to this area. I mean, looking at a pretty serious correction here, guys, in the long term. So, just keep that in mind as we move on. Yeah. Come on, Trump. Say something. Well, I think that, whatever happens at this point happens. And, that's the thing about being a trader is we have to adapt, right? We have to adapt to whatever market conditions are. So even though we're going to be at a bear market, potentially, we have to realize that, it's time to adapt to what a bear market feels like. Um, a lot of traders really love a bear market because the sell-offs are so much sharper and faster and makes it so much better for the speed of a trade. So we'll see. We'll see. That right there is not good. I don't like that at all. And then if we break it down even to like a weekly chart, look, we're already started on the weekly chart. Well, yeah, he did. Absolutely. Yeah. Very good video on Neal's part.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Today is Sunday, February 23rd. This is Neal with CCS Investment Group. Just wanted to make my trade and analysis video for Sunday into the early part of the week, Monday, Tuesday. Um, First of all, I want to start out this video talking a little bit about the coronavirus, some updated information,
I
as
like
well
doing this, going
as
back in time and
we'll discuss
hearing all this,
what
and then
transpired on
seeing the
Thursday and
future and seeing
Friday
what really went on.
caused this market to kind of start selling off. We're potentially in a bearish market now at this point. So couple live updates. It looks like Turkey and South Korea are two of the countries that have recently put out some news. Turkey has closed their border with Iran. There were some, there are reports that Iranian citizens are have tested positive for the coronavirus. And South Korea obviously is on high alert because they are dealing with a pretty sizable outbreak there. As well as there are reports that there are 4 passengers now that have tested positive for coronavirus in England. So, and apparently those 4 passengers were also part of that Diamond Princess cruise ship that was in Japan. So, we've got a lot of negative stuff going on with the coronavirus. It's something that I kept talking about it, and I kept trying to reiterate the fact that even though the markets were moving up at the time, coronavirus is something that we need to pay attention to, because it's going to have a severe impact, especially as the virus spreads to more continents here. So. Um, we also have Steve Mnuchin. He was speaking, at a after a meeting of the G20 financial leaders. He apparently told reporters that central bankers will look at options for responding to the virus as needed. He quoted saying, "I'm not going to comment on monetary policy, but obviously central bankers will look at various different options as this has an impact on the economy." So, um, he's speaking to the fact that this is going to obviously going to impact the economy. It's going to hurt the economy. So, obviously, it's going to hurt the markets. As people move their money to gold and silver and stuff like that. I think if you're invested in the futures markets, start looking at gold. Gold's going to obviously rise as money's pulled out of the market. So let's take a look at the one market that we as CCS Investment Group trade daily, and that.
Let me pause it right there just for a second, because after I clean up my coffee I just spilled, we are going to move this out of the way and look at gold. Just like Neal suggested. Let's see what gold's doing. This is on a 15-minute chart. Let's go to the 30-minute chart. Look at this. Overnight. Spike, boom, spike. So it's really moving even off the open. Even if you went to a 2-minute chart, we'll just pull up a 1 minute because it's faster. Look at all these buy triggers. Boom, buy trigger here. Plenty of good places. So let's go back.
That is that's the NQ. So currently we are trading just above the 20-day moving average, simple moving average. So what I am anticipating, and we pretty much we're pretty close to touching it. We came down, to a low of 94.07 on Friday, and what I'm thinking is we come back down and touch that 20-day moving average. I almost just want to say that this market could potentially fall below that 20-day moving average. Obviously, as we can see from the trend, the market has pretty much rode the 20-day simple moving average. But with the news, with the global economy being impacted by the coronavirus, I highly doubt we bounce here and continue higher. I honestly think we could potentially fall below here and continue on down. So here that's a look at the daily chart, and it's nice to see that we are still trading above the 20-day moving average. But let's pull in. Let's pull in now. Now obviously we zoomed out to the daily. So now let's come into the 4-hour chart. Let's look at a couple things, right? Let's look at where we fell on Friday. We dropped from the 9600 level all the way down to, like I said, 94.07. So and I had talked about this after hours about looking at levels, right? So we touched here, and you wondered, hey, why are we finding some support here? Well, you could look off here to the left. Lots of demand there to the left. So we definitely had a level of support here. So we definitely have a level of support here at the 9400 level. But like I said, I think it's quite possible that we come down and maybe even come down into that area right here, which is the let's see, what did I say, 93.85, right? So 93.85 would be we'd be falling well below here. So that's the level, that's a level of support, right? So that's a level of support. So people listening in, jot that down. Jot down 93.85. Remember that number, because that's going to be a definite number to look at. And if we fall below that, we have a lot of room to the downside. I mean, we've got 93. If I'm looking at this real quick, right? I'm sitting here watching the market trade in. We've got 93.30 as a level of support.
What, Neal? What was that? 93.80. That was before the market opened. I think it opened close to 93.80. It actually opened below where he said if it breaks that level, 93.85, I think is what he said. If it breaks that level and holds, we got a lot of room to go down. What happened? We opened up below there, and we just been tanking ever since. So crazy, man, crazy.
And then below 93.30 is 93. I mean, 9300 round numbers are usually pretty big numbers. We had a level of resistance, and more than likely, that's going to come up to or come down to test the 200-day moving average at 32.85. So 32.86. We came up, we tested it once, and we fell down. So it's quite possible that we come down to test this 200-day moving average, and that's the 4 hour 200-day moving average. So, definitely really, really, really interested to see, what happens when the market opens up because, like I said, there's a lot of negative news out there, a lot of stuff. I mean, people are fearful of the coronavirus, so we have to pay attention to that. A lot of stuff went on to help push this market up to all-time highs. That's because we had great earnings. We had great earning reports and stuff like that. But now people are starting to realize that what Apple first reported that they were expecting a revenue dip, based off of what's going on over there in China, and then obviously now it's impacting more areas, more countries. So with that being said, more and more companies are going to come out and with their reports that things are going to be negative. There's going to be a lot of negative stuff out there. So with that negativity is going to cause volatility.
So you're right, Ron. He called it. He called it. And boy, did he ever call it. Boy, did he call it. Ron, I don't know if we want to be on a cruise right now. So I'll just go meet it. Like, so I'll just go. Yeah, if we'd all been in, we let's stay. Let's stay. On the coast, stay on the U.S. side, because right now we are not. We have not been affected heavily with this thing yet. Yet. There you go. Now you talking. Now you talking some language. Yeah, I like that. I like it. Really getting some push here. Don't know if it amounts to anything, but I'm gonna watch this thing till about noon, guys, and I'm gonna shut it down. There's no use in trying to squeeze any more out of this. In my opinion, it's just not. I don't know, man. There might be some there, but I'm pretty happy right now with with everything. So, uh, I'm gonna push it. Yeah, yeah. I'll try to make it back for the end here. See what happens during power hour. But like I said, man, just that one trade I was in, I just got lucky. I got lucky here in 79. I was able to take it pretty good ways there. Got over 10 points on that move. What? Yeah, you want an apple? I don't think there is. Still heavy selling here. Got that right, Mike. Been unreal. Definitely unreal. And now's the time just to, you know, hey, every day's a good work day, but sometimes you just gotta let things be. Watch some something good on YouTube. I'm watching something pretty crazy. Watching the best every slam finish in UFC history. Pretty nasty. In case you guys want to watch, I'll put it up there because I'm not trading right now. So boom. That hurt. Wow. Dude got the snot beat out of him. I want to try a very, very risky support play here. Just trying for 5 points here. Nothing big. Nothing big. Ugh. Nose is giving me such trouble. There we go. A little bit of a support play here, guys. Not looking for much. We're about 5 points right there is what we need. Just need to push up to that level. We can get it. Not, I'll stop out. Not gonna hold it too long here. It looks like we could be breaking down now. Trying to take a little bit of a support play there, based on some price action I was seeing around the 200 period moving average. The better play was right here, but I don't know. I just didn't like that area, and we're so, we're in a spot right now where it's freaky to do anything. So super small position. Nice, Mike. That's good, man. Well, just trade that one and make some money with it, and use the money that you make off that account to, you know, go through the large account. I'm sure there's a way they'll work that out with you to get to grow your account. Well, yeah, you still got a few days that you have to go through, right? But you're gonna get it. Nice. Can't wait to see that. Yeah, just trade it light, man. Make a couple $100 a day, and if you want. If you could use the money just to go through the big program, and then that way it doesn't cost you anything. You're doing it for free. You could simply do it with the money made there, and it's no painful experience, because that's expensive. $300, 300 plus. You go through that a few times, you're gonna feel that. So not really liking this setup anymore, guys. It's getting ready to tank. Move that stop just to this. Stop just a little bit here. So I'm probably going to get stopped out. Got the stop like right there. No big deal. Stupid idea. Even try. Really, I think at this point. So, like I said, I should have just walked away. Luckily, though, I did shave down my size for this one, so won't be quite as bad. But we'll see. still in. Getting a little bit of demand there, but not enough, I don't think. All right, locked in that loss. Not bad, not bad. I like it again though. I'm gonna try it again right here. I'm gonna replace my stop underneath it, and then I'm gonna target that. So re-entered here. I'm in about right here. Got a stop underneath this, and I'm targeting the break of this last swing point here. So let's see if we can get it right there. That's my trade currently that I got on. Saw that was a fake out, obviously, and was stopped out on the fake out. So, you know, got to do what you got to do. Re-enter. Uh, don't let it get you down. Just re-enter and retake the trade and try to recover some of that money off the stop. Actually, I'm gonna move that up just a little bit. Oh, right in time too. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I moved it up. I moved it up. Might not be the right call. I did move it up to about right here. So we'll see. Looks like I might get it. I might get it, guys. I might get it. I might get it. I might get it. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. It touched, guys, but I didn't get filled. There we go. So at least I was able to recover most of that. That wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Take that. That's another trade in the books, guys. Bought this little support play right here. I'll bring my other chart up here in a minute. A little support play there. Okay. All right. Uh-oh. Can you hand me that? Thank you. There you go. All right. So I may have taken that profit right at the right spot as well. It could keep going, but definitely got a lot of ways to go here. Let's do a little research here. Okay. If you see the bell curve here, I don't like that one. Let's do this one. All right, so you see the bell curve. We're right now at a -3. I don't like that one either. Let's find a better one. $99.7% chance that price data closes back up inside of this line before the day's out. So we have a 99.7% chance that price will close above 91.80, at least today. So that's pretty good odds that we get back up above 91.80 and hold it before the end of the day. Um, Even as bad as today is, we can still bank on the percentage of 99.7 for the close of today being above 91.80. So just keep that in the back of your mind. I mean, there's always that point, what is it, 0.3% chance. That's like, you know, soap. That's like Dawn cleaning out, killing 99.7% of all germs or 99.9% of all germs. It's pretty trustworthy, but at the same time, they always leave that little gap for that 1%. So the same thing goes for this. There's always that chance that we don't get back up there, but odds are pretty good. If you were a betting person, those are some really good odds. All right, gang. I'm gonna put the mic down for a little while. I don't think we're gonna get anything good. I got that last little pop there right here off this area right here. Rode it up for just a few points. Um, got stopped out originally. So in this, I rode this. I re-entered on this candle once I saw that was a fake out to breakout. Jumped right back in, rode it up, but I didn't make back everything that I lost in this stop loss. So overall, that was a negative trade, but not by much. Not by much. Um, but overall, it was a negative trade. So I think that's a good sign for me to just hold off until I see something worthwhile. So I'm gonna put the mic down and chill out and hang out with my now 3-year old and sit and talk with her for a little while and hang out. If you got any questions, I'm here. I'm just not here. So and Neal's here too somewhere. I know he's busy with work, so we'll wait and see what happens here. Got some other stuff going on here, and we'll get to we'll get back at it here pretty soon. So if not, if I don't come back on, I'll probably be in and out. But if not, nothing else, I'll see you guys back here at Power Hour, 3 o'clock. I should be here for the entire hour because I don't have to go to school today, so that'll be good. I can sit here till 4 o'clock, or yeah, till 4 o'clock from 3 to 4. So we'll see what this market does during that time, and then hopefully we'll be able to capture something here. So anyway, see you for now. So I forgot to mention earlier for anybody that's still watching, still watching these charts here. I watched a special on Madoff last night because I always heard about it, but I never really like studied it in detail, like exactly what he did. For anybody that's listening, uh, think about it like this: this dude, and I'm sure you guys know the story better than I did until I watched this special, but basically, this guy, he he was pocketing everybody's money, right? And here's the catch, though. Here's the catch. He was growing their accounts, quote unquote, at a very slow rate, which felt safe to them because it was. I think he offered like a some kind of like a recycle type trading where he was growing it at one, and this was literally it. It was 1% per month or so. So he was doing 1% per month, 12% per year. People liked that idea because it was not so big that it was unbelievable, and it wasn't so small that it was not worth investing. So they felt like their money was safe, right? This dude wasn't even investing in the market. He didn't even have he made up fake sheets saying that he was invested in Apple and this and that and another. He was pocketing every dime of it. There's a crazy story. Like I sit and watched it, and I'm sure y'all know it just as well. But just the breakdown of exactly how he did that. He made it look so legit, and he targeted people that he knew would not withdraw their money, like charities and stuff like that. That felt safe with him because charities will invest and keep their money invested, only using a very small portion of it, right? So the cool thing about yeah, the charity work is that it's usually nonprofit, and they've got a lot of avenues to grow the charity or whatever. So they use markets and stuff like that. But they trusted Madoff with all their funds. I forget all the charities he was involved with, but um, basically made up fake sheets. Never even invested in the market. Never even like nothing. And he was giving them fake stuff all the time, and he got away with it for a long time. But it was just kind of funny to me because I ran across a individual not long ago, and I'm not going to mention any names, but I ran across an individual not long ago that had a similar type of thing going on that I feel like was kind of funny because I seen the 1% per month or per however many days growth. They use the same words such as like recycle and stuff like this, and the same wording as Madoff used, and they also at the end didn't seem to have the money to pay out all the clients when they started asking for their money. So it's just kind of ironic story how similar the you know the similar stories. It's like if somebody's going to be like try to scam like that, it would be smart to actually study people that's done it in the past and try not to do it the way they did it. That's just my advice because obviously they got caught, and you definitely don't want to be uh, doing stuff pretty identical to Madoff. So just FYI, I thought that was pretty unique and funny. Not funny. I mean, it's terrible. People lost their money and believed in this guy. That was the whole thing. Like about the whole situation was, um, the funny thing about the whole situation is everybody that was doing the interviews, talking about this cat, were all like, we loved him. He was such an incredible guy, and he such a believable guy, and such a such this and so that, and he just and that's he was hustling them the whole time. So it's just kind of funny to me that he was able to get away with that. So here's my advice to you guys. Anybody out there watching that wants to, maybe partner with somebody that's trading the market. Make sure they got all their ducks in a row first. Make sure they're legal. Make sure they're transparent. Make sure um, that whatever you're part of, that you can have access to your funds at any point in time. Make sure that you can see what the fund is doing, how it's performing on a daily basis, like a broker statement. Like broker statement. They if your funds are wrapped up in there, the whoever is running the fund should not hesitate at all to produce a broker statement. You know, because a broker statement doesn't show who's involved, whose money's where. That's for the firm's confidentiality. What it does show is how the fund is performing, the total of the fund, and that should be public information for everybody involved. So just keep that in mind going forward, guys. If you're looking for somebody that is in fact a somebody that's going to trade or that can trade your money, just be aware that that's what you want. And that's legally what you're entitled to. So just remember, you can see the funds. Whoever's investing the money has to be 100% transparent. The moment that they're not transparent, there's something funny going on. The moment that you ask for money and you can't get it, it means that they're not liquid. It means that you know that money's somewhere else, and that's definitely not cool. So um, definitely, most of your legit places will post broker statements at least once a month, and we'll give you like a daily report or a weekly report. Um, so that's what you want. You want that right there, so you can stay in touch with, and you can actually physically see your money's liquid. If your money's not liquid, you can't get it. But if it's tied up in a trade, that's understandable. It's like, okay, so, most funds, they swing trade and they get in some investments and hold on to them for a while, and that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But at least if you're an investor, you can see it, and it's actually from the broker, so you can know that it's legit. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. Guys, the best thing to do at this point is let this thing go. You do what you want. We're all grown. We're all grown ups. I'm going to let this go. I'm going to walk away. I'm not going to participate in this mess any longer. Um, I'll still be here for Power Hour, but I'm still watching this thing. But if we fall literally within that 0.3% today, that is not good. That is not good. And I mean, unless this thing has some serious good news hits the mainstream, we're not looking real hot. So just a heads up, we're not doing real hot. And I am to the point now where I think that we might should just I need to just quit. Need to quit.
Story broke in different ways in the last 20 minutes or so. That this is such a huge deal to the hashtag Me Too.
I got the
so
news on right now, but
this
this is
legally?
Weinstein.
What
Weinstein,
does this set?
he's
I
guilty.
don't think it sets a precedent, regrettably. It would have set a precedent had he been convicted on those new statutes, the sexual predatory statutes. However, it does give cover and ground for those who have been abused and victimized in a criminal way to come forward to prosecutors. That even though the prosecutors lost what they really wanted to win, they did an extraordinary job in this case in challenging one of the most powerful people in Hollywood on some of the most grave crimes, short of murder, that's imaginable. And they got enough of a conviction to keep him off the street for nearly the rest of his life.
Look at it through the lens of both teams here for a second, Judge. We know we're going to hear from the district attorney. Cy Vance in a short time is going to come to those microphones. And when that happens, we're certainly going to take it live. I imagine he's going to say, this was a great victory for the district attorney's office. I don't know if you share that conviction, given they only got a conviction on 2 out of 5, but still it was 2. And like you said, he's going to go to jail for at least 15 years. At the same time, his defense attorneys may be telling him, well, obviously you didn't get off, but you dodged a lot of bullets here. We did a really good job. What do you think? What's your opinion?
Well, my opinion is the government did the right thing. Look, these novel statutes that give the government new tools, they don't often always work the first time you use it. And it's a judgment call. Should we use this new tool, this new predatory statute? Is this the case in which to do it? I mean, if we don't do it, it's going to look like we're afraid to go after a big-name guy. If we do it and lose, it's going to be more difficult to do this in the future. This is the type of thing that goes to the head of a prosecutor when deciding what to ask a grand jury to indict for. Add to that no police testified in this case. My God, the police! The NYPD investigated Weinstein for years. Why were none of them called to testify?
Yeah.
Did they have doubts about this?
Why do you think that is?
I don't know the answer to that, and it's going to some reporter is going to catch up with a detective at a pub
Well, they will
one
now
night.
because maybe they're watching.
Right. However, the bottom line is this was a serious professional prosecution that resulted in the conviction of formerly one of the most powerful people in Hollywood, who will probably not see the light of day again as a result of this verdict today.
Judge, I'm going to ask you to sit by. Please don't get up, because I want to bring in someone I know you know well, former federal prosecutor Doug Burns. Doug, you're with us now.
Yes.
And at some point, you may even see all three of us on the screen, because I'd love for you guys to talk to each other about this.
Sure.
So we're about to hear from the Manhattan District Attorney, Cy Vance. And I'm curious, what do you anticipate we will hear about this case?
Well, the judge laid it all out beautifully, and the point is, sometimes there's a disconnect, and I think the judge was implying this, between, oh, he was only convicted of a few counts, but the reality is, as explained, the one count, the top count, is a very, very serious one. It carries a very serious penalty. So naturally, Cyrus Vance will be able to claim that it was a solid victory. He faces significant prison time. We're very proud of the effort, et cetera. But again, if you fill out the analysis, the top 2 counts, so to speak, count 1.
buying to refinance the homes they're already in, or to get a second loan on the home they're already in. Now, whether that's a wise strategy or whether you're adding more debt, it is cheaper to get that debt today. Now, in the past, that sometimes provides a floor to stocks, or otherwise it makes the whole market look more affordable. We're going to get into that and why that can work to your favor as an investor right after this.
Can you customize the S&P 500 to meet your client's growth objective? Only Sector Spider ETFs can divide the benchmark into 11 investable pieces. This allows you to underweight sectors like real estate and utilities and overweight sectors like technology. Sector Spiders, write your next chapter in investing. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Go to sectorspiders.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully.
There's smart, and then there's street smart. Like a hybrid with best-in-class EPA estimated range of more than 582 miles. And Ford Copilot 360 technology to help you outsmart some of the things you'll encounter on the road. With more available second-row legroom than a Chevy Suburban. This is the completely reimagined Street Smart 2020 Ford Escape.
Robinhood believes now is the time to do money, without the commission fees and account minimums, so you can start investing wherever you are, even on the bus. Download now and get your first stock on us. Robinhood.
I signed up because I was curious. I learned about my grandfather's life on Ancestry, and it was a remarkable 20th century transformation. He did a lot of living before I knew him.
Bring your family history to life like never before. Get started for free at Ancestry.com.
There's a master bedroom. Office.
A workout room. I get my treadmill, add some weights, and then...
It's a nursery.
Nursery?
At Amica, we believe in life's extraordinary experiences, so much so that we built a company around it. With every phone call, every quote, every claim, we're an insurance company that delivers an experience that meets the only standards higher than ours. Yours. Experience Amica. Auto, home, and life insurance.
After the bell is actually when it all happens. You know what's coming up next and how to face it.
And you can make a better decision for yourself or for your family.
Fox Business, invested in you.
Clean up your lawn and garden the smart way with a DR Chipper Shredder. Drop lighter materials into the shredder and the DR will pulverize it into a fine mulch you can use to enrich your soil. Reduce leaves, garden cuttings, sticks and twigs, even big branches, to a fraction of their original volume. The chipper cuts branches up to 5 inches thick into attractive wood chips that are great for landscaping. A DR Chipper Shredder is a complete yard and garden tool that turns your trash into treasure and leaves your property looking great. Call now or go online to lock in factory direct savings on the full line of DR Chipper Shredders.
For a free buyer's guide about the full line of DR Chippers, call 1-800-385-7505. Your satisfaction is guaranteed with our 6-month trial, so call now, 1-800-385-7505. Free shipping is now in effect, online at drchipper.com.
All right, revisiting session lows. Just a couple of minutes ago, we had dropped over 1,000 points on the Dow Jones Industrials. As eye-popping as that is, it represents about 3.5% of the value of those Dow 30 stocks collectively. That's a big number. I'm not minimizing it, but again, as I illustrated in the prior segment back on October 19th, 1987, we fell a little bit more than 520 points at the time, representing about a quarter of the Dow's value then. Obviously, the numbers are much bigger now. The points are certainly eye-popping, but in percentage terms, they're still eye-popping, but not as. In the meantime, too, I want to let you know that foreign markets the world over were under the same selling pinch. Asian markets, European markets, even the Indian stock market, that is where the president is visiting today, the Sensex index down about 2%, the rough equivalent of our Dow Jones Industrials. The president visiting there and talking up renewed alliances between ourselves and the country of India, including a big trade deal for defense orders. The president earlier today.
I am pleased to announce that tomorrow our representatives will sign deals to sell over $3 billion in the absolute finest state-of-the-art military helicopters and other equipment to the Indian Armed Forces.
All right, that might be the start of something promising, because trade talks between our two countries are expected to get a little heated. You wouldn't know that, the leaders today, but it could get that way. The former U.S. ambassador to India, Richard Vermer, with us. Ambassador, good to have you.
Yeah, good to be with you, Neil. Thank you.
How do you see these trade talks going? I mean, this is probably a good positive sign, this defense deal, but obviously some rough areas to get into. How do you see it playing out?
Yeah, I think there's some disappointment in the fact that the two sides have been talking for nearly 2 years, and this was an action-forcing event to have a head of state visit and to come away without a deal. But I also think it's important to put this visit in context. India declared its independence in 1947. Since 1947, only 6 U.S. presidents have visited India, and we spent most of that time, that 72-year period since India's independence, really on two different sides of the Cold War, as India was aligned with the Soviet Union, and we took obviously a very different path. So the modern relationship with India starts in about the year 2000. From that point forward, we've made pretty incredible progress. It's no surprise that deals like these are very, very difficult. Now, the defense deal you mentioned has been in the works for several years, and it's good that that one is finally getting across the finish line. We want India to have a strong and capable military.
I'm wondering on the other areas, the argument has been certainly among U.S. trade officials that we always complained about China, but that India is the one that's really ripping us off, to quote one of them. Is that true?
I don't think that's fair. I think, again, if you mark the start of the U.S.-India relationship at about the year 2000 with President Clinton's visit, our trade ties have surged. We're now at about $150 billion. Of course, our people-to-people ties have surged. India has traditionally had a closed market. It's been a difficult market. That is obviously changing as India gets more connected with the international trading system, as our businesses do more trade. But I don't think it's fair necessarily to talk about ripping one country off. This is a country that is a democracy in a difficult part of the world that is becoming more open and more kind of connected to the international trading system, but it'll take time, and it's certainly not a straight line. It's a difficult road to hoe, as we've just talked about, with 2 years of trade negotiations coming up with very little.
All right, Ambassador, thank you for taking the time. I do appreciate it, sir.
Thank you.
All right, you're not imagining things at the corner of your screen, seeing this broad-based sell-off in the Dow Jones Industrials now underwater for the year, the S&P in and out of being underwater for the year, the NASDAQ still up, I believe, about 4% on the year, even with today's sell-off. We should also be looking at the healthcare sector. This might be a Bernie Sanders sort of post a strong Nevada caucus showing play here, and the idea that he wants to rein in these guys, to hear his campaign to all but shut them down in favor of something called Medicare for All. Now, whether you think he will get the nomination or has any chance to get elected president of the United States, just his strong performance and his strong, harsh words for the industry weighing on a lot of the big, healthcare providers. I'm talking about United Healthcare and a host of others. Some of the big, from Tenet Healthcare and HCA and some of the others that are very, very big in this arena. They are also taking it on the chin. That might be more directly related to Bernie Sanders than anything that's happening on the coronavirus front. We have a lot more coming up, including the White House now, speaking of coronavirus, looking to get some money from Congress to hop on this and get ahead of this after this.
As a struggling actor, I need all the breaks that I can get. At Liberty Buchamug.
Cut.
Liberty Bibbity.
Cut. We'll dub it.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You wouldn't accept an incomplete job from anyone else. Why accept it from your allergy pills? Flonase relieves your worst symptoms, including nasal congestion, which most pills don't. Flonase helps block 6 key inflammatory substances. Most pills only block 1. Flonase.
You've been hearing a lot about 5G, but
But there's 5G.
And then there's Verizon 5G.
We're building the most powerful 5G experience for America.
It's more than 10 times faster than some other 5G networks.
And it's rolling out in cities across the country.
So people can experience speeds that ultra-wideband can deliver.
1.7 gigs here in Houston.
1.8 gigs here in frigid Omaha.
Almost 2 gigs here in Los Angeles. That's outrageous.
It's like an 8-lane highway compared to a 2-lane dirt road.
There's a river that inspired imagination, where pioneers found purpose, and American music was born. The Mississippi River is home to so much that is America. With American Cruise Lines, you can experience it all. Hear the gentle sound of the paddle wheel as you watch the sun rise over the heartland. Savor the finest cuisine and explore Civil War history. Feel the warmth of Southern hospitality on the world's finest riverboats. Only on the Mississippi River and only with American Cruise Lines. Visit AmericanCruiseLines.com or call for your free cruise guide. Small ship cruising done perfectly.
For drug-free sinus and allergy relief, experience Navage.
This time of year, I get so stuffed up, but Navage flushes my sinuses so I can breathe again.
Navage uses powered suction to flush out allergens, germs, mucus, and dirt.
My doctor recommends Navage to breathe better through my nose, and it works. Congestion's gone, and I feel great.
And Navage is so much easier than a neti pot.
Trusted by happy noses everywhere, Navage is nature's decongestant. Online and at these fine retailers.
Interactive Brokers pays 1.06% on idle cash in your brokerage account. Do you know what your broker pays? Most U.S. brokers offer nominal interest in their brokerage accounts. Move your account to Interactive Brokers and start earning interest.
I want to bring your attention to another big story today. The Manhattan District Attorney is speaking right now on movie mogul Harvey Weinstein being found guilty of rape and sexual assault. He has already been thrown in jail, but he had a not guilty on 3 other counts. Nevertheless, the ones he's looking at now could keep him in prison for the rest of his life. Let's listen to the DA.
Danny Mejia Cruz, Stephanie Littell, and Emily Hogan, and especially to Harriet Galvin, Megan Hast, and Jonah Luzzi Orban, who conducted a terribly difficult and meticulous investigation and performed masterly a trial under the brightest of spotlights. And finally, to the survivors of Harvey Weinstein, I owe, and we all owe, an immense debt to you, who had the courage beyond measure to speak your story to the world, to this courtroom, at great personal risk and in great personal pain. To those of us who were privileged to be in the courtroom when they testified, you know what I mean. These survivors weren't just brave, they were heroic. Words can't describe adequately the sacrifices the survivors made to pursue justice. Weinstein, with his manipulation, his resources, his attorneys, his publicists, and his spies, did everything he could to silence the survivors. But they refused to be silent. They spoke from their hearts, and they were heard. They were heard by Weinstein's other survivors and by sexual predators all over the world. They sacrificed their privacy and self-protection, knowing better than anyone the extent of Weinstein's power, manipulation, retribution, and abuse. To them, I would say you broke silence to hold him accountable. And believe me when I say that because you have done so, a generation of sexual assault survivors and all of us heard your every word. Thank you. I'll take a couple of questions.
Sir, are you fully satisfied with this verdict, or do you feel in some way you came up short? You just mentioned could be as little as 5 years.
Well, I'm certainly not dissatisfied by the verdict. I think this was a very difficult case, a very challenging case, and a case that really moved our understanding of what sexual assault is, where it can occur, shattered myths that I think have been part of the criminal justice system for a long time. So I believe a B felony conviction with a maximum of up to 25 years it is not the top counts in the indictment, but by no means am I disappointed with the jury's unanimous statement that Harvey Weinstein is guilty of sexual assault and rape. Any other questions?
Some of the women, like Annabella Shore and Jessica Mann, it appears the jury repudiated their testimony. Do you have any concerns that women are going to have to endure such terrible cross-examination that they endured at the hands of Weinstein's lawyers? Well,
I think with regard to Jessica Mann, Harvey Weinstein was convicted for rape in the third degree. Ms. Shiora took great risk and was in substantial pain testifying about what happened to her many years ago. I can't look behind the jury's verdict or how they arrived at that. We have to respect that process. But by no means is it a statement against Ms. Shiora or against anything that she said in court. Jurors find a way through to a solution that they believe adequately brings them all together with a unanimous verdict. In terms of the cross-examination, I think we saw cross-examination, the kinds that we've seen for years and years and years. I hope that with this verdict, it will become more obvious that those kinds of attacks on the survivors and victims when they're on the stand, making it seem like it's all their fault, will be realized as legal attacks that just simply are no longer going to work in this day and age.
All right, Ty Vance, saying it was a good day for prosecutors and the women who have charged movie mogul Harvey Weinstein with all sorts of offenses over the years. In the end, Weinstein was found guilty of committing a criminal sex act in the first degree involving at least one woman, and rape in the third degree involving another woman. You might have heard some critical comments from journalists who were saying that he was also acquitted on the more serious charge of a predatory sexual assault involving two women, Miriam Haley and Jessica Mann. Even though that is indeed the case, the two counts of which he was found guilty could keep him behind bars for the rest of his life. Minimum sentence of up to 5 years, could be as much as 25 years. He's a 67-year-old man. You can do the math. If it's the latter, he's in jail for the rest of his life. In fact, he's in jail right now. More to this.
I've been at Fox Business for 12 years because I'm invested in my viewers big time. There are smart people on Wall Street making money off all of this. Why can't you? We care about your success, and we want to be a part of it.
Fox Business, invested in you.
Every year, our analysts visit thousands of companies in a multitude of countries, where we get to know the people that drive a company's growth and gain new perspectives. That's why we go beyond the numbers. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence.
Old Dominion has ranked #1 in overall performance 10 years straight. Customers trust OD for damage-free deliveries and real-time shipment visibility. Our people never stop working toward perfection. Old Dominion, helping the world keep promises.
Discomfort back there. Instead of using aloe or baby wipes or powders, try the cooling, soothing relief of Preparation H, because your derriere deserves expert care. Preparation H. Get comfortable with it.
I sent your new prescription to the pharmacy.
Any idea how much it will cost?
I recommend GoodRx. You get free coupons to save on your prescriptions.
GoodRx. Smart.
Stop paying too much for your prescriptions.
Thanks.
Download the free app today.
Let's get ready for home appliance repairs.
George, we have Choice Home Warranty.
Oh, yeah, with Choice Home Warranty, we don't have to fight expensive repair bills. Hi, George Foreman here, and if you're a homeowner, stop getting sucker punched by the high cost of home repairs when your AC goes out, or when your washing machine takes a dive, or when your electricity shorts out. Choice Home Warranty can protect over 25 of your home's major systems and appliances.
For about $1 a day.
And if their army of expert technicians can't fix it, they'll replace it.
For about $1 a day, get Choice Home Warranty. Call now and get your first month free.
Only Choice Home Warranty has the heavyweight protection plan that assures that you'll never pay for a covered home system breakdown again.
You could save thousands.
You never have to worry about getting ripped off or scramble for trusted repairmen. Choice Home Warranty has a proven record 1,000,000 times over.
So having a Choice Home Warranty is very much like having a security blanket on all the appliances in our home.
With Choice Home Warranty, I save thousands of dollars and zero headaches.
I can make one painless phone call, and they're not going to take advantage of me.
So when your heater, oven, or fridge throw in the towel, don't throw away thousands on repairs. Call Choice Home Warranty, and for about $1 a day, never pay for covered home repairs again.
Call right now for your free quote, and we'll include your first month free. Call in the next 10 minutes, and as a special gift from George, get free limited roof repair coverage. Never pay for covered home repair bills again. Remember, if we can't fix it, we'll replace it. Call now to get a free quote and your first month free. Call in the next 10 minutes and get free limited roof repair coverage. Call 800-360-0518, 800-360-0518, 800-360-0518, 800-360-0518.
I go way beyond the headlines. I dig in very, very deep, and I'm looking for those kernels of information that often go unreported but mean everything for the viewer. It's all about investing in your future, your American dream.
Fox Business, invested in you.
All right, the president might be halfway across the world right now in India, but the Dow down better than 1,000 points as it continues to grapple with the implications of this coronavirus. We do know that the president plans to ask Congress for some more dough to deal with this, at least $1 billion. Hard to peg it where it would be, but to avoid what's happening in China and so many of these other countries from mushrooming here. South Korea is a good example of that. It went from just a few cases a little more than a week ago to 763 cases reported as of today and 5 deaths. Blake Berman of the White House with the latest on that money to fight this here. Blake.
Hi there, Neal. I'm told that there are competing voices right now at the senior level within the Trump administration of just exactly how much money should be put forward, just how big this ask should be for more money to combat the coronavirus and funding for it. I'm told that the ask from the White House likely to come at some point this week for the folks up on Capitol Hill, but the White House is not yet saying exactly how much money they will ask for. Here was the Deputy Press Secretary Hogan Gidley earlier today.
We need some funding here to make sure that we protect all Americans, that we keep us safe, we keep us well. And this president was out in front of this, took a fully aggressive approach, putting together the coronavirus task force.
Told that task force is meeting, speaking every single day, sometimes a couple times a day, including every now and again meetings here at the White House. And the president, by the way, Neal, is being briefed daily. Meantime, the Trump administration today begins its new definition of what they will call a public charge. This means applicants for a green card or a visa will essentially have to prove that they will not be a financial burden for the government. The administration says that this was a major priority for the president, but critics say this essentially amounts to a wealth test.
It's not a moral judgment on individuals. It is an economic one. And we expect in America, as we have for over 140 years, that people seeking to be long-term immigrants here and maybe join us as citizens will be able to stand on their own 2 feet.
Because it's so broad, because it's so vague, because it's inherently subjective, it has the potential to drastically reduce legal immigration to the United States. And again, that's bad for businesses.
Neal, this new rule that was put forward by the Department of Homeland Security means that, for example, those who are trying to get a green card or a visa will have to show their credit score as a part of that application process. Neal?
All right, thank you, my friend. Meanwhile, could a sudden unexpected crisis pave the way for Bernie Sanders, even with some critical comments he has been making? Jackie DeAngelis has more on all of that. Jackie.
Good afternoon to you, Neal. Well, fresh off his win in Nevada, Bernie Sanders seems to be the front runner for the Democrats here. He calls himself a democratic socialist. In an interview with 60 Minutes last night, he laid some things out. He wants to promote more social programs. He wants to copy the Scandinavian countries. He called President Trump a pathological liar and a fraud. He also said that Donald Trump benefited from corporate socialism. So what would be wrong with democratic socialism? Then, of course, there's the issue of Russia. Reports that it's trying to meddle prevail in the election again by getting Sanders the nomination because he'd be easier for Donald Trump to beat. Well, Sanders sent a very clear message. He said, Russia, you will not be interfering in the election. A comment on Cuba has drawn some attention. Listen.
We're very opposed to the authoritarian nature of Cuba. But, you know, it's unfair to simply say everything is bad. You know, when Fidel Castro came into office, you know what he did? He had a massive literacy program. Is that a bad thing, even though Fidel Castro did it?
So he is getting criticized for this, Neal, but I have a little bit of a different view. What is Sanders trying to do here? He might be trying to soften how Americans look at socialism by making that statement, pointing to it and saying, look, not every part of it is so bad. It's a strategy that could be an effective one in gaining some more support from some people out there who are still undecided, Neal.
The only thing that's remarkable about that statement is talking about teaching a lot of people to read after you killed a lot of people to get into power. There's
definitely some irony there. But for those who are not as informed, they may not necessarily see it exactly that way.
Jackie, thank you very, very much. By the way, take a look at what's been going on with healthcare stocks. That's separate from this coronavirus thing. And this is really, this is me saying this, maybe it built on a Bernie fear, if you will. The notion that he is looking more and more like a real comer in the Democratic race for the presidency, that he could get the nomination. And then maybe this view that he would be instantly dismissed. Some of the harsh things that he has been saying about healthcare in this country and how the big healthcare providers are ripping you off. He wants Medicare for all. That might not necessarily be a winner right away, but people are sort of selling those issues now, asking questions later as to what chances he has. But remember, no one thought Donald Trump had a chance 4 years ago. So there is that thing, history. Let's go to Francesca Chambers, McClatchy White House correspondent. Francesca, it is an interesting read, just one pocket of the market to look at for whom Bernie Sanders' presidency would be obviously a problem, to put it mildly. And I don't think they're dismissing him out of hand. What are we to make of his rise right now?
So I wrote an in-depth article about how there are Republicans who do not want to vote for President Trump in this election, who are also saying that they will not vote for Bernie Sanders. And among the reasons that they wouldn't vote for Bernie Sanders were not just his views on big government programs. They were also citing his past praise for authoritarian regimes, particularly in Cuba and also in Nicaragua, and his refusal to say that Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela is a dictator. Now, for the argument for some of them as to why they would be willing to vote for Bernie Sanders, even though they don't agree with many of his policies, some people actually said that they believe that Congress would act as a check on most of those policies so that you probably wouldn't end up seeing a Medicare for all or some of these other programs that he wants.
Yeah, it's a very good point, and a reminder that this sell-off in that area, all sectors are down today, and all roughly by the same rough percentages. So this is of particular interest, though, because it faces political headwinds, no matter who might come in, because Republicans and Democrats have been saying for some time, we got to rein in the growth and the cost of health care. It would be very injurious, certainly with a Bernie Sanders, but not exactly scot-free under a re-election of Donald Trump.
Exactly. Health care is something that both parties have said that they would like to revise. We've also talked about prescription drug pricing and coming with a plan to rein in those prices as well. And of course, again, there is Medicare for all and the idea of what a Democratic president, regardless of whether that's Bernie Sanders, would do. There's varying degrees of what I think Pete Buttigieg is now calling Medicare for all who want it. Joe Biden wants to take something that's a little bit better than the Affordable Care Act. So the health care is going to be an issue in the future, regardless of who their nominee is and who wins the presidency.
Right, but never, as we've learned, don't buy consensus. Oftentimes it's very wrong. We'll see. Always good. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks, Neal.
All right, in the meantime, this coronavirus is already weighing on things that at first you'd say, what? There's a big toy fair going on, sort of showcasing the toys that are going to be hot this Christmas and all. That is if you can get the toys in time for Christmas. A good many of them are made in China and all points east. And it's, it's kind of bad in all points east. So they're not toying around with the very real possibility their business is hurting after this.
I'm your 70-pound St. Bernard puppy, and my lack of impulse control is about to become your problem.
No, come on. I saw you eating poop earlier. Hey!
My focus is on the road, and that's saving me cash with DriveWise. Who's the dummy now?
Forget Allstate, where good drivers save 40% for avoiding mayhem, like me.
Sorry! He's a baby!
Leaf Filter is rolling into neighborhoods all across America to end the dangerous task of climbing ladders and cleaning gutters.
On this side of the house, we see gutters clogged with leaves, debris, and shingle grit.
Now let's turn on the rain.
Watch what happens to the roof and foundation.
Look at that damage.
Okay, who wants to climb a ladder and clean the gutter?
No way, not me.
On this side, we installed Leaf Filter, the nation's #1 rated gutter protection system.
Now let's bring back the rain.
Leaf Filter filters out everything except for water. Works perfectly.
We need that.
There's no damage because the gutters are clean, not clogged. And clean gutters mean
No ladders.
And no damage.
call 833-LEAF-FILTER or go to getleaffilter.com for your free gutter inspection and estimate. Act now and save 15%.
If you have postmenopausal osteoporosis and a high risk for fracture, now might not be the best time to ask yourself, are my bones strong? Life's full of make or break moments. That's why it's so important to help reduce your risk of fracture with Prolia. Only Prolia is proven to help strengthen and protect bones from fracture with one shot every 6 months.
Do not take Prolia if you have low blood calcium, are pregnant, are allergic to it, or take Xgeva. Serious allergic reactions like low blood pressure, trouble breathing, throat tightness, face, lip, or tongue swelling, rash, itching, or hives have happened. Tell your doctor about dental problems, as severe jawbone problems may happen, or new or unusual pain in your hip, groin, or thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred.